any thoughts you might have. And in regards to, it feels strange to me to be demanding that amount of money when it was mostly time and work to make such an increase in value. A person in the comments said, I don't see it this way at all. Money has value over time and labor also has value. Your neighboring HOA destroyed a major large hedge cultivated into a desirable form, not the newly planted trees. Think about it this way, if I went to the Louvre and burnt the Mona Lisa, they wouldn't just charge me with destroying a piece of canvas and some paints. Were you around when they were cutting the hedge? You should have called the police for trespassing. And guys, I'm wondering, what would you tell OP in this situation? Do you think OP is too sympathetic? And I gotta say, I was kind of surprised by the degree of empathy the OP has shown in regards to the people who cut down his hedge. Usually posts here on legal advice are much more angry than this. Let me know what you think about this story in the comments. Update to the hedge story. I have limits on what I am allowed to say due to settlement, but I had my lawyer proofread this. So it went very smoothly. Our litigator finally extracted the insurance information out of the HOA. They did identify the treasurer, and my attorney believes that the insurance company knew how screwed they were. They had meeting minutes, etc. on top of their confession and criminal charges. Plus, yeah, treble damage would have applied in this case. However, the litigator felt if it went to jury, they would be unlikely to award the entire amount. It was resolved via negotiation and never went to court, although a suit was filed. We dropped it when we reached a negotiation. They originally offered a number higher than the one I initially felt worried about asking, and we settled on one that we didn't feel like we were gaming the system for full amount possible. Our intent was never to do anything but to get our hedge back. We absolutely have enough to have the hedge replaced, however, we cannot import mountain laurels at that height. We chose English laurels and new landscaping with seasonal flowers, including smaller mountain ones in the area where the wedding gazebo was. We were awarded money for lost business as well as the actual damage and repair based on what a jury would likely decide on. The landscape architect gave us an image of what it will look like, and it is beautiful. We will not be operating as a business in 2015, but by 2016 should be perfect. Since the climate here means yard work can be done year-round, we use some of our own funds to start, and this summer, since we are not operating, we are hosting a family reunion. Over a dozen cousins from back home already have a ticket. We are immigrant citizens, and we are taking the vacation we usually take with our income from events. First event I wish I could hold is for everyone who helped and encouraged us. It was truly awful to be faced with losing what we had, and we were terrified not responsible people would be held liable. My post here and the advice made all the difference. The workers and homeowners were not involved, although I was told a flyer was passed out stating a large fine would be assessed on anyone who damages neighboring property. Someone, a relative of the treasurer apparently, was the one who actually hired the crew, and why it was not questioned, and I don't know what happened with him legally, because this never did end up in civil court. I don't care to know, as we are not out for revenge. The treasurer pled to some stuff, but I don't care what, so I never checked. Oh, the wife and children live in the condo, but the now ex-treasurer does not. She brought me a nice little dogwood tree. I really never did blame her. My brothers and I are so happy. We are comfortable with the outcome and don't feel greedy or cheated. We are getting things back to what we wanted. It won't be the exact same, but it will be what we had. The exact tree species was not what we had. We have and have partially now, and soon completely again, the area and the experiences and events we had there. That was where we lived, and are so happy to get back. Thank you all who posted and encouraged us, and tons of you who I got messages from since. I created this account for this as I am active in Reddit elsewhere and didn't want this in my history. Please know what a difference you all made. We probably would have decided to ask for the original price of the hedges and labor costs. Your stories and help mattered more than I can describe. So, thank you all. It only took a few months. We signed the check today, and then in a week we will pick it up. Less attorney fees since they had to pay those, but they sending check. We are not suddenly crazy wealthy, but we are the happiest group of siblings you will meet this year. I don't know what else to say. I will check in over the next few days and answer questions if I am allowed. Part is the settlement is not to reveal